Hi there, and welcome to day 8 on how to live a life of greatness, how to build resilience, and no longer stay in a place of suffering, but really feel fulfilled in your life. What an intro. Anyway, today what I'm going to talk about is how to overcome loneliness. Now, you do not need to be single in order to feel lonely. I know a lot of people who are in relationships and they are really lonely. I know a lot of people who have actually got everything in life, but when they're on their own, they feel lonely. So, whichever one it is, whether you are single, whether you are recently widowed, separated, divorced, whether you have not been in a relationship for a while, or whether you are in a relationship and you're still lonely, then listen in for the next couple of minutes. I won't deny that loneliness has driven me to make some not so good decisions, especially when Phil first passed away, or maybe a few years after he passed away. Come to think of it, you think that you're doing okay, but actually, you realize you are lonely and you don't feel as strong in the world. You don't trust your instinct, you don't have good boundaries, and you make decisions that, in hindsight, you see were not good. Actually, sometimes even when you're making the decision, you know that you're not making the right decision, but you do it anyway because you think, well, I'd rather make this decision and have instant gratification or anything to take me out of the loneliness. So I'm going to invite you to be friends with loneliness. Just welcome it even, and not feel fear, not be frightened of being lonely. Get used to being in your own company. Just start to like the peace and serenity. I know sometimes it feels like you're having your teeth pulled when you're trying to learn to be still and not always do, but I can't encourage you enough to learn how to do this. Some of the things to do actually to learn to be still, to learn to be able to just be in a place of quiet instead of always rushing so that you don't feel that loneliness, is to start journaling. Start writing. Do it first thing in the morning when you get up out of bed, if you can do that. Even if you can have 10 minutes in the morning of journaling, just getting whatever is out of your head onto the paper, that is an amazing thing to do. Morning pages, some people call it, journaling. Maybe even just start writing something down that you're grateful for in your gratitude journal, if that is something that you keep. But it is a very, very good tool to actually start getting out of your head down onto paper so that whatever is in your head doesn't build into this big festering mess. And then you've got this massive story about how you're alone and lonely and no one will ever want me, whatever that story might be. That can start festering when you feel alone. All right. So that is one thing I encourage you to do. The other thing is to move your body. As you can see, I'm in my gym gear. It's a daily thing for me to walk, move my body, do anything because changing your physiology is always going to change how you feel. So instead of getting into a pattern of sitting around and not doing a lot and letting that loneliness creep in, move your body. Be aware of how you breathe. Change your breath if you have to. Just even change your posture when you're walking with your shoulders back and your butt in and your belly in when you're walking. Walk proudly. Do something to move your body and get those hormones moving, get whatever moving to just break that pattern of sitting and getting to this place of feeling sorry for yourself. And sometimes that's what it is, isn't it? Is to get into this place of feeling that you're never going to be with anyone again, or you're never going to feel loved, and all that sort of stuff. I mean, those crazy stories can just start from the tiniest little seed. So as soon as you feel them, I encourage you to just get out there and start moving your body. I can't stress that enough. Even if it's 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon. You know, some people also go, oh, I won't do this or that until I've got someone to do it with and someone to share it with. Why wait? Why on earth would you wait? If you want to go for a day trip to, I don't know, a beautiful island off the coast of wherever you live, then do it yourself. If you want to go and see an amazing movie at an amazing picture theatre, movie theatre, then take yourself there. Don't wait. Write a list of all of the things that you would love to do on your most amazing date, whether it be with your future love or even your current partner. Just do these things yourself. Even if you are in a relationship, take yourself out on a date, make it once a week, and do it yourself. Go on your own and just enjoy the yumminess of whatever it is, even if it's just having your nails done, even if it is just going and taking your book and sitting on a blanket somewhere peacefully on your own. Okay, there are so many things that you can do to just feel as though you are nurturing yourself. I've already talked about self-worth a lot, okay? That is a big one when it comes to loneliness. Build your own belief in yourself. Go back and think of all of the times in your life when you know you experienced greatness and you've just forgotten. So there are many, many things that you can do for your self-worth. If you want to listen to some of my other interviews, radio interviews and things that are in this channel, then go through there and have a look at that. There's also a playlist, I believe, on self-worth. Do whatever you can to build that personal certainty and self-love. The reason I say to do this so that you can learn to experience loneliness, feel loneliness, overcome it, is because when you make decisions from a place of loneliness, they're never that empowering. They're never usually that good. You so often settle for less than, you spend more money than you need to, you overeat, you overdrink, you do all those things. But sadly, some people, they stay in a relationship because they're lonely, or they say yes to someone who they know isn't a good fit, but it's better than being on my own. Okay, so if you can learn to really be with you and sit with the discomfort of what sometimes feels like loneliness, just know it'll pass. And there are many things, like I've already said in this video, on what you can do in order to be able to just knock that loneliness out straight away. Okay, I do hope that this has helped you. Please subscribe if you want to watch more, and click on notifications so that you're notified every time that I post a video. And also just go to my website. There's lots of resources there as well. There's some media interviews and things there as well, or in my blog, things that you can read about there, tanyaunkovich.com. Okay, wishing you a fabulous day. See you tomorrow.